And welcome back here to the 2025 Palomino World Series here for day 2 and the last game here of Youngstown, Ohio versus Azusa, California. Right now, we'll get you the rosters right here to tell you who's pitching here for Azusa and who's going to be hitting here for Youngstown, Ohio. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll provide the coverage here as my partner Gene Belmaris will be doing the play-by-play as he'll be entering the booth here shortly, and I'll be your color commentator, Jerry Medina III. Gene, take it away.
And so here we go after a rain-delayed game earlier on tonight with a storm circling around us. Winds picked up already here this evening, and we've got a good high wind blowing. Wind gusts up into 13, 14 miles an hour. We will be bringing you this live stream here in just a few minutes as we settle in to the last game of the night. Previous game had Pondview losing 9-3 to New Taipei City, Taiwan.
George is gonna come for you, Gene.
That's right, George from New Taipei City was here with us, helping us with the pronunciations and the translation. Was gracious enough to school us a little bit on the Mandarin language, and we were able to get the enunciations right and the pronunciations right. And now, here we go. We start off in the final game of the night as we get the teams without a lineup just yet. We're getting that in from our folks over at Game Changer and getting that lined up for us here. And so we will get started in just a moment. All right, here we go. Top of the first inning, first batter for Youngstown, Ohio, Andrew Corfield, the second baseman leading off for Youngstown, Ohio, facing the left-hander for Azusa, California. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Number 27, the pitcher 22, Joseph Moreno, on the mound for Azusa, California.
He looks to be bringing the heat right here from the left side with 87 to 88 right here in these first 3 pitches. See how Youngstown can adapt to this pitching speed.
We'll see how that goes. And so we're going to try to keep this live stream going. We've had technical difficulties earlier today, and it looks like they may have returned as we're buffering here a little bit, but we're trying to get this all sorted out. From our team here over in our right, we did not have a good live stream the last time Azusa played, and we apologize for that. The technology in the building hampered us a bit. And strike 3, Corfield goes down swinging. 22, Joseph Moreno for Azusa, California, striking out Corfield. At the plate, Anthony Aracchini, the third baseman, coming to the plate, left-hander, against Joseph Moreno, the left-hander, for Azusa, California.
Comes in there with a little breaking ball at 68 miles an hour. Good change of speed there. It's 20 miles an hour difference compared to his fastball right now.
Right.
That's going to be a big factor in today's game against Azusa and Youngstown.
With one out, nobody on, the count is now 1-1 to Aracchini from Joseph Moreno. And the pitch low outside, 2-1 the count. One out, nobody on. Top of the first inning, last game of the night for us here at Unitrade Stadium. And that's a foul ball. And go ahead, Jerry, you were going to say? I'm sorry.
Moreno seems to be attacking the zone here with his fastball, having a little trouble landing the off speed here. We'll see how he can adjust it here later in this game and throughout this game and this inning.
Moreno the windup.
And there it is.
And puts him out. Strike 3. And that's 2 down here at the top of the first inning.
You got the breaking ball to land in there for strike 3 looking. Had him window shopping.
There you go. Moreno, the left-hander, now faces number 6, Ryan Pekatowski.
He went deep yesterday with a good hard line drive out to left field. See what he can do here against this Azusa southpaw.
The designated hitter, Pekatowski, facing the left-handed Joseph Moreno from Azusa, California. And we continue to have Palomino Pony World Series action here from Unitrade Stadium. The wind is roaring as it was last night in the last game of the night. And we continue to struggle a little bit here. If I could see from where I'm looking at, that we might have a little bit buffering. On the mound for Azusa, California, and that one is inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count to Pekatowski.
Moreno looks to be working a little quick here after each pitch. Comes in there, walks him.
And Pekatowski heads off to first base for a walk. The wind has really picked up here tonight. Left-handed batter coming to the plate. Number 5, Jeremy Haig. Jeremy Haig, the right fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, facing off against Joseph Moreno, the left-handed starter for Azusa, California. 1 runner on, 2 outs. Moreno at the on the mound, and that's a strike. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Jeremy Haig at the plate, Moreno on the mound, and that one is dropped, and the runner is going to go.
Oh, gets
and
by.
Successful into second base. Now in scoring position with 2 outs. The count 1-2. Pekatowski on second. Haig at the plate.
Really good read there by Pekatowski to see it come off the catcher's glove and to advance to second base to put himself in scoring position right here with 2-way. See how Haig can respond right here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for Ohio, Azusa, California, punching out the last batter. And we go to the bottom of the first inning, and we're going to take a quick break as we check in on our technology folks, as we have struggled all day. And we're back live. Pony Palomino World Series action. And while we had two very successful games with the internet, no problems, all of a sudden Azusa steps on the plate and we've got internet issues all over again. Apologize for that. We're hoping we'll get those resolved pretty soon here. And that's a deep fly ball by number 7 into right field. Leadoff batter Dougie Zuniga knocking that out into right field for out number 1. The pitcher, Cy Herschelroth, if we've got that right, Cy Herschelroth, pitching for Youngstown, Ohio. This game starting a little late. Ooh. After a rain delay, lightning strikes in around the area.
Up to 89 miles an hour. Both of these pitchers are both in the upper 80s right now with their fastball. This should be a good one right here with two southpaws that should be dealing.
And that's a strike. 1-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on. This is the bottom of the first inning. Youngstown, Ohio against Azusa, California.
Ooh, breaking pitch right there by Herschelroth.
And that's 3 balls and 1 strike. The count, 1 out, bottom of the first. Pony Palomino World Series action here in Laredo, Texas. That one goes foul into Souvenir Land.
Have to count 4 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here to the batter, Zach Escalera, the center fielder here today for Azusa.
And that one comes off the ankle of Escalera, and that one you can see hurts.
That does not feel good, especially in that ankle area at all.
There we go. So the live action here from Pony Palomino World Series impacted by a rain delay and some lightning. The live Doppler radar still showing storms out in the distance, but most of them have moved off to the east, but we did have some lightning close by, and that slowed off the game. And now we pick up the action here in the bottom of the second with Escalera having bounced one off his ankle, recovering from that. The count is full, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning, Herschelroth delivers, and that ball is hit over the shortstop into center field.
Nice little bloop single right there. Good piece of hitting out there for Escalera with the 2-strike approach.
With 1 out, 1 runner on, number 9, Mo Aguirre, the third baseman, steps into the batter's box to face the left-hander, Cy Herschelroth, for Youngstown, Ohio. And that's low and in the dirt.
Breaking pitch right there. Seems like he slowed down his arm. Needs to keep it a little quicker if he wants to have a little sharper break. Make it look more like a fastball. Tunnel it off his fastball right here.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
Nice firm pickoff throw right there by Herschelroth.
Number 9, Mo Aguirre, the third baseman, trying to get comfortable in the batter's box, has got 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. No runs scored here in the bottom of the first.
Ooh, looks a bit low right there. Herschelroth really wanted that call. Seems like he's settling in here at the 85 to 86 range.
The left-hander facing the right-hander with the runner on. And that one is going towards second.
Oh, bobbled. And looks like he gets the out at second right there. Could have had the double play unassisted, getting out of the inning. Instead, it's going to be chopped down as a fielder's choice for Mo Aguirre.
Andrew Corfield with the bobble there at second, successful, able to get the force out. However, the batter, Mo Aguirre, making it successfully to first base. And now the left-hander, Gabe Guerrero, batting left. The first baseman at the plate.
Oh, good stop right there by the catcher for Youngstown. Get you that name really quickly here. That's going to be Maddox Yost. working behind the plate, helping out his pitchers here tonight.
Maddox Yost, the catcher, keeping that ball in front of him. Runner on first, 2 outs, and that is 2 balls, no strikes to the batter.
I think that was just a bit outside.
Bottom of the first, the left-handed Guerrero chops one right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to gingerly walk over and end the inning for Azusa, California. So 1 hit, no errors, no runs scored. As we go to the top of the second inning, 0-0 the score here from Palomino Pony World Series in Laredo, Texas. And we'll be right back. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Troggio, I think is how we pronounce that name. We got it all wrong the last time we had Azusa on the board. Noah Troggio stepping into the batter's box, number 24.
Kyle Gilson.
Kyle Gilson, I'm sorry, wrong team, wrong roster. The center fielder.
Oh,
that shot is
through the 6-hole. Be a base hit for Gilson right there. Keep his Youngstown bats probably getting hot again, as they were yesterday in the morning. This is their first game today, and the last game here of day 2.
Yep. So the center fielder for Azusa is Zach Escalera. My bad, I'm reading the wrong rosters card here. Now switching over to the Azusa roster. Moreno on the mound. High fly ball infield with a runner at first. And that is going to record out number 2. So with a runner on and 2 outs, number 4, Noah Troggio. Now we got him right. Noah Troggio steps into the batter's box. Moreno, Joseph Moreno on the mound. The left-hander facing the right-hander Troggio. Here in the top of the second inning, Azusa, California versus Youngstown, Ohio. Joseph Moreno tall, lanky left-hander. Here before, played in this series.
Ooh, good pitch
And that's
right
a
there.
strike. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, runner at first. No score yet. Here in the top of the second inning, Moreno delivers. Foul tip.
Right in between the legs of number 4, Noah Tragio, as both these teams are no stranger to this World Series here in Laredo.
That's right. They have both been here before and both have faced off. Some of these players know each other well.
They sure do.
So with a runner on, 1 ball, 2 strikes, a count, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Moreno winds and goes back to first. Nice little move.
Not much of a lead out there by the Youngstown runner, though.
Didn't see them being real aggressive in the last game. Their bats spoke for them more than their base running did, but they managed to clobber their opponent in the last outing we saw here at Unitrade.
Oh, what a late call there for time while the pitcher was lifting his leg up. That's something you hope that you don't see the rest of the night, though. Some kids can get hurt. Pitcher doesn't see it. He comes in and throws it and hits an unaware hit batter.
Wind has picked up. You can see that on the uniforms of the players. That's a grounder. Is going to go to second base, scooped up nicely. And that is out number 3. The second baseman for Azusa, California. Scooping that up, Martin Luna. And we go to the bottom of the second inning with 1 hit. No runs scored, no errors, 0-0 the score, and we'll be right back. And we're back to the live action here. Bottom of the second inning. Paxton Zubek at bat. 0-1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Cy Herschelroth, the left-hander, the starter for Youngstown, Ohio. Another foul ball into the net.
Ooh, right off the 10 over there by our first base camera.
Josh is over at our first base camera. I think that's who our cameraman is at first. Who is over at third here? As I lean over, it looks like Jaden's over there. And
Good pitch right there by Herschelroth for ball 1, though. Close pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 87 miles an hour. I'm not sure if that's wind dated because we've got a lot of wind blowing out there. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning, Azusa, California at the plate. Number 5, Paxton Zubek, the right fielder, takes ball 3. A full count, nobody out, nobody on. Zubek facing the left-hander Joseph Cy Herschelroth.
Blows it by him for strike 3 for his, I believe, 3rd punch out of this game.
And so here we go. Number 23, Vic Medeiros, the catcher, stepping into the batter's box against Cy Herschelroth. Herschelroth, no stranger to the city of Laredo, been here before. Cy Herschelroth winds, delivers, and strike one to Merlos. Nobody on, one out, bottom of the second, 0-0 the score. Last game of the night for Pony Palomino World Series Day 2 here at Unitrade Stadium. Live broadcast brought to you by Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor, who is usually extremely active in the community. Hard to pin down sometimes, but boy, when they come through, they come through. They have been great sponsors of all events. Southern American Live Doppler Radar, which came in extremely useful earlier, came in handy in that last game, and that's a foul ball.
Watch your cars and windshields. 2
balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Jerry can attest, we had a nice rainstorm with some lightning. Paused the play for a little bit, and that's why we're here almost at 10 o'clock and only in the bottom of the second inning. That's a foul ball going over towards the suites, back into the parking lot. Our title sponsor, Southern Sanitation, who currently is not on the screen. We don't have our box scores up yet. And that's a foul tip. So we'll get those on there. We'll see you'll see our sponsors on the top right-hand corner. You'll see our box scores on the left-hand corner as we continue to work through this last game of the night after a long day here at Unitrade. And Herschelroth puts that one in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here at the bottom of the second. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Merlos goes down swinging. Number 6, Martin Luna, the second baseman who ended the inning last time on defense for Azusa, will face Cy Herschelroth, the tall left-hander, with 2 outs. And the delivery down low, ball 1. Wind is still pretty high. Doppler radar says it's in the 20s out there. Probably not that strong here at the stadium. And that shot is right.
Oh no! It pops out of the glove out there for the Youngstown shortstop. What an effort by the shortstop for Youngstown, Miles Peeler. Just pops out of the glove as soon as he lays it down, and that glove hits the dirt, or the turf, excuse me. That'll be a base hit right there for Martin Luna.
So Peeler with an acrobatic stab at that ball, unable to come up with it. With 2 outs, runner at first, and 0. Anthony Flores at the plate takes ball 1. Peeler still able to get up off the ground, fired over to first base, unsuccessful in the out. So we've got a runner at first, 2 outs, 1-0 the count. And that one is a chopper to the pitcher, and that is out number 3. And that does it for the second inning as we return to live Palomino action in just a few minutes. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Catcher behind the plate for Youngstown.
For Youngstown, Ohio.
As Joseph Moreno is still on the bump out there for Azusa in his third inning of work here. Misses up high with an 83-mile-an-hour pitch. For ball two, 2 balls, no strikes with no outs to this leadoff hitter for the top of the third here for Youngstown. He looks at ball 3.
So 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out, nobody on here. Number 3, Maddox Yost, catcher at the plate. Facing number 22, Joseph Moreno. Walks Yost to first base. So with nobody out, we got a runner on. Here at the top of the third inning, in a game that was started late due to a rain delay, number 27 for Azusa coming to the plate.
And Andrew Corfield squares up to bunt. Bunts it down, foul. Back to the Azusa dugout.
Andrew Corfield, number 4, the second baseman for Youngstown, Ohio.
Something we haven't seen out of Youngstown yet. They haven't showed. That's the first time showing bunt.
That's correct. And with a runner at first, there is nobody out. The umpire walks over to Moreno.
Oh, it looks like they're trying to tell him about maybe a necklace he has on, as the umpire signaled towards his neck.
All right, what's the discussion here? We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Looks like the umpire is calling someone from the dugout. Don't know what for, though. Here it is. Oh, his rosin bag.
Ah.
That's something you got to leave out there on the mound. You can't just bring it in every time. That is one thing that we had in high school. We would have a rosin bag, and we'd always take it in there, and then the umpire said, you got to leave it there. No matter, even though that it's not the other team, it's not theirs, doesn't matter. You got to leave it there on the mound. Make it even for the playing field still.
Hadn't seen one until now.
That's the first rosin bag, yeah.
That's right. Hadn't seen one before in the tournament.
Maybe that's his personal. Oh, snap throw back from the catcher. Close play.
That was close play right there at first base.
See, that is why you should always slide and be aware if you're a base runner at first.
So with the runner on, we got 1-1 the count, nobody out. Youngstown, Ohio, wearing the same color uniforms just about as Azusa, so pardon me if I get the call wrong here every once in a while, but right now we've got number 27 for Youngstown, Ohio, Andrew Corfield at the plate. Runner at first, Joseph Moreno for Azusa on the mound.
Ooh, battling.
Oh, and that one shook a finger for the catcher. Maybe got caught somewhere in between there.
I think the catcher might have taken his hand a little bit behind that back foot. Kind of scraped it maybe a little bit. Thankfully, it's nothing too serious, it looks like. As we see Corfield get into his 2-strike approach here with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first with no outs as Moreno comes set. And the pitch. And it's a blooper out there to center field, falling, and it drops in for a single. Corfield gets over to first as looks like a courtesy runner for the catcher Yost. We'll figure out that name and number here in a few. Get back to you on that, as that was a single right there by Corfield.
So Youngstown, no stranger to the World Series. Azusa, California, been here before as well. These two teams have faced off in the past, and both teams here are in the winner's bracket so far and have not lost. And so Youngstown and Azusa square off here tonight in the last game of day 2 of Pony Palomino World Series action live from Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas.
You know, Youngstown has to be really well rested here. They played one game yesterday in the morning, and this is their first game here of the day. They waited about over 24 hours to play this game, about 33 hours.
I don't know if that's true. I think they had another game over at the SAC. This is their second game here, but I think they've had another game. I want to check those brackets a little bit, just make sure to see who else they played. But typically by now you'll see at least each team having played 2 games before they come here tonight. So we'll take a quick peek at that, and we continue to bring you this live action here from Laredo, Texas. That's a high ball right there. 1-2 the count. 2 runners on, second and first.
I got you that information here on this. I got the bracket pulled up here, and no, this is Youngstown first game of the day.
First game of the day, long rest.
See how this affects them. Azusa played earlier this morning.
That's right. And it was a hot day.
It was about
today.
1:08 in the morning. They got
That's
up
correct.
to as they played Meoki, Mexico.
That's right. Meoki, Mexico, successful in their defeat of Meoki.
Yes, with the score of 9-3.
That's it.
They had a masterclass pitching performance by their pitcher James Rocha, as he went 6 innings this morning.
That's right. He managed to go 6 innings, and Meoki going through at least 4 pitchers before they finally succumbed to the bats from Azusa, California.
They came out swinging again like they did yesterday morning.
Moreno on the mound now for Azusa.
Ooh.
And that's a chopper back to the pitcher.
Bobbles
Jumps it a
it.
bit. And he's safe at first. The speedy base run by the Youngstown Corfield, the second baseman, legging that out. And now we got that was Anthony Addicini running towards first, the last batter. And number 6, Ryan Pekatowski at the plate.
See what Pekatowski can do here after seeing that he has the power to hit one out of this field.
Mm-hmm.
This beautiful stadium here in Laredo, Texas, Unitrade Stadium. Such a privilege to play here at this field.
Absolutely. Great facility here. Great facility.
Gives a lot of people the opportunity to play in a pro-style ballpark, especially like for the local high schools here.
So Ryan Pekatowski has bases loaded, nobody out, here at the top of the 3rd inning, facing Joseph Moreno. Swing and a miss for Pekatowski, who does have the power to push this ball out of here. Pekatowski facing that left-hander from Youngstown, Ohio, the left-hander Moreno from Azusa, and that is high into the air, and that is moving a little bit because of the wind.
Oh, back pick. What a play out there by the center fielder, Escalera, to get that ball, fight the wind, and catch it. Throw it over, keep the runner honest at third.
So the bases remain loaded with 1 out.
This is the first sign of adversity right here for Moreno, as he had the first 2 innings really clean baseball.
Mm-hmm.
As this inning comes in, he has the bases loaded with 1 out, facing the cleanup hitter,
Jeremy
Haig.
Jeremy Haig here with bases loaded, the left-hander facing the left-hander, and he takes strike 1 from Moreno.
If you're Moreno right here, you're just trying to get you're trying to throw a pitch for a ground ball. You get the strikeout, that's great, but you get your little ground ball, hit it to the corners, they're going to come home, obviously, get the force out at the plate.
And the windup, and that is high up in the air, drifting over in foul territory, and it's going to be out of play into souvenir land here by the 3rd base, the home dugout for Azusa. Moreno on the mound And the left-hander, Jeremy Haig for Youngstown, Ohio, in the batter's
Ooh.
box. Goes out swinging. Haig not happy with his choice of swings. With 2 outs now. Bases are loaded. And here comes number 9, Miles Peeler, the shortstop. The delivery, strike 1 for Peeler. Moreno,
Working
88.
quick out there. House back up on the mound.
88 mile an hour.
Shoulder check and tried checking his velo out there on the scoreboard. That is one downfall of these stadiums and these kids that probably never played in a stadium with that radar gun out there and that big jumbotron. It's one of the perks of playing here at Unitrade, though, but also could be a downfall to some players as they're always on
Foul
a
tip.
check.
2 balls, 2 strikes on that, 2 outs.
2's all around.
2's all around here in the top of the 3rd inning. Youngstown, Ohio, with runners on all the bases, 2 outs. Moreno delivers, and that is going to be ball 3.
Trying to be a Houdini, get out of this jam.
And that's going to be a tough one here. So bases loaded, full count, 2 outs, top of the 3rd, 0-0.
Runners are going to be on the move right here, nice and easy, as it's a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here
Whatever
we
the
go.
lineup, everybody's moving. And swing and a miss, strike 3.
Oh, whoa, relax right there. Little words exchange right there by the pitcher. And the hitter.
Azusa, California, getting a warning from the umpire for a little
Yelling right there by Moreno to the batter Peeler. Looks like he got a warning right there, actually.
jawing at each other a little bit, and both umpires having words with the Azusa, California coaches. And so we will return in just a few minutes for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 0-0 here. Bases were left loaded here, 3 men stranded, and we'll be right back.
It's going to be the pitcher of today's earlier game for Azusa, James Rocha, leading it off here in the bottom of the 3rd as he lays down a good bunt, but the third baseman crashes in perfectly to get him thrown out at first base.
So out number 1 recorded here.
1 pitch, 1 out. That's one way you like to start off an inning.
You bet. And so coming up to the plate, number 7 for Azusa, Dougie Zuniga. James Rocha bunting down third baseline, thrown out at first for out number 1. Cy Herschelroth pitching now for Youngstown here in the bottom of the 3rd against number 7, Doug Zuniga, top of the order. Grounded to 3rd, again picked up by the third baseman in the ground.
Ooh, can't dig it out there at first base. Good effort, though.
Third baseman couldn't get it. I'm sorry, the first baseman couldn't dig it out of the dirt there. Third baseman with a low throw as he was charging that slow roller to him. So with 1 out, 1 runner is now on. And number 2, Zach Escalera, the center fielder, now in the batter's box. Herschelroth delivers, and that is...
Ooh, gets down out there in the corner, bobbled out there by the left fielder as Escalera hits a double.
Escalera double into the left field wall. Number 9, Mo Aguirre, the third baseman, now walks onto the field into the batter's box. Cy Herschelroth has runners at third and at second with one out. And that's low and inside for ball one. Only one out here in the bottom of the third. Runners in scoring position. Herschelroth on the mound. Aguirre at the plate. And he takes strike one. 1-1 the count for Cy Herschelroth. Aguirre at the plate. And that's ball two. 2-1 the count, one out, two runners on, both in scoring position, third and second. Pony Palomino World Series action brought to you by Southern Sanitation and Southern American Live Doppler Radar. Apologize again to the Azusa, California folks for the earlier broadcast when they played. We had a lot of technical issues. We've not resolved them all, but certainly better than we were this morning. The facilities IT team coming to the rescue. Oh, and that's a grounder to short. And a run will score. Sacrifice. RBI here. 1-0 now. Azusa leads Youngstown, Ohio in the bottom of the third with two outs. And coming to the plate, number 12, Gabe Guerrero. Guerrero, the first baseman for Azusa, facing Cy Herschelroth, the left-hander, starter. That's down low. Ball one. We have a runner at third. One run has scored. And Guerrero looking to add to it. And he takes strike one from Herschelroth.
Good frame break there by Yost to steal a strike right there for his pitcher. Hopefully he can get out of this inning without letting Escaleta come in and score.
And as I'm looking at the box up here, I see that there's a, that's inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I show only 1 out on the box score up there, but I could have sworn we had 2 already. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out from what I could see here. Herschelroth, low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count with a runner at third.
I believe there is 2 outs because the first batter of this inning started off with a bunt. And he was thrown out at first by the third baseman.
And number 12, Guerrero walks. You're right.
Yes.
They bunted right down the third base line. And we got 2 outs, what we believe, in this inning. With runners at the corners. Number 5, Paxton Zubek, has stepped into the batter's box to face the left-hander, Cy Herschelroth.
There, we got the official scoreboard out there fixed.
And so now we can see it on the official scoreboard. 2 outs in this inning. As we are in the bottom of the third inning, 1 run is scored. So far, Herschelroth has been pretty good in the mound. Foul back into the net. Number 5, Paxton Zubek, fouling that into the net. So with runners at the corner, Zubek, Herschelroth battling at the plate. Herschelroth.
Runner steals. And Guerrero's in there safely at second, as there's not even an attempt to throw there, as they don't want the risk of Escaleta coming in from third.
Maddox Yost holding on to that one, knowing that Escaleta has got a set of wheels on him and did not want to risk it. Number 5, Paxton Zubek, takes a strike inside.
Zubek didn't look too happy about that call right there, as he shows in the body language there.
Zubek, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, runners at third and second. Herschelroth throws it inside.
Ooh, and he is not happy about that.
Out. Not happy about the call. The Azusa team showing some emotion, a passion. Yep.
Frustration right there from
Well,
Zubek.
you know, I tell you what, I've seen them get real excited for both sides of it. So it's just the sheer emotion of a competitive team coming out. Let's hope they can keep those emotions in check. Youngstown, Ohio comes to the top of the order here at number 4. Inning number 4 about to start. So we'll take a quick break and come right back to you. As we return to the live action here, Joseph Moreno on the mound here at the top of the 4th inning for Azusa, pitching to the left-hander, Kyle Gilson, I believe, number 24, for Youngstown, Ohio. We'll get that confirmation here in just a second. Moreno, the windup, the delivery, outside.
Oh.
1 ball, 1 strike to the batter.
Took a good amount off right there, 63 miles an hour.
Pony Palomino World Series action here in Laredo, Texas. And that's a shot right into center field by number 24, Kyle Gilson. Gilson now at first, as the batter number 7, Thomas Kapowski. Kapowski coming onto the into the batter's box to face Moreno, the left-hander for Azusa, with a runner on, nobody out.
Ooh, bunt straight back into the screen. There's one thing that that's the second time they tried bunting here. Maybe they're switching up their strategy with the wind coming in from the east.
That could be. I mean, we've got that that wind slowing down a little bit. It had picked up for a while there with that storm blowing through. Moreno, the windup, the delivery.
Back pick. Umpire calls him safe there at first from the back pick by Merlos.
And for a second there, I thought Kapowski had taken one in the thigh, but
You know, the way he's going up there to bunt's a little dangerous. He's turning his whole body square to the pitcher. You take one off the chest, that's not a sight you want to see.
And Moreno winds up here, checks the runner at first. And there's the bunt towards first.
Beautiful
Nicely
bunt.
done. Well executed. And so runner advances to second. Nice sacrifice bunt right down the baseline. Well executed by Thomas Krapowski. And now number 4, Noah Troggio. Noah Troggio now batting for Youngstown, Ohio. Moreno on the mound for Azusa. Runner at second, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. And that one is a chop foul. Nice grab by the Youngstown coach over at first base. Wind a factor here. Rain delayed the previous game. Had lightning in the area. Suspended play. But we're back on. And as I watch the live Doppler radar from Southern American, I can see the storms have moved off to the northeast and we are clear. And that's a ball. 1-1 the count. 1 out. 1 runner on second base. As Youngstown, Ohio trails Azusa, California 1-0 here in the 4th inning. Moreno on the mound for Azusa. Trujillo at the plate. Takes ball 2. Earlier on, we had a hard time with the names for the Youngstown, Ohio folks, and the good Youngstown, Ohio citizens out there on YouTube gave us the gentle nudge and got us corrected, and we got the names right. And so Hunter Trujillo, thank you so much for helping us with the pronunciation for your boy's last name here. Moreno, Joseph Moreno, the left-hander for Azusa, facing Noah Trujillo at the plate with a runner on, 1 out.
Ooh, Moreno wasn't happy about that one, as you can see by the body language, as he kind of squatted down there in a little disappointment.
Well, and you know, you're not going to get every call, and that one was close. I thought he was going to go around, but he didn't. He held off, and now looking at the vantage point from the first base camera, I see he didn't come around. So good call by the ump. No appeal made. So runners at first and second, 1 out. Number 3, Maddox Yost, the catcher, at the plate. The left-hander Moreno on the mound for Azusa. The delivery, and that is ball 1. Our sponsors, Ringo's Barbecue, Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, and our title sponsor, Southern Sanitation, and the sister company, Southern American, Live Doppler Radar. Thank you to the folks from the city of Laredo, the county of Webb. Moreno winds up here on the mound and is pitching to number 3, Maddox Yost, the catcher for Youngstown, Ohio. And now the catcher and pitcher, the infield, is going to come in and have a quick chat with with Joseph Moreno, as number 3, Maddox Yost, goes over to talk to his third base coach. The catcher for Azusa, Vic Merlos, going over there to have a quick word of encouragement to his pitcher, first baseman as well, giving him a courtesy fist bump.
Probably trying to give him a little breather out there. He looks a little bit more like he's over trying to throw. As the velos tick down just a tad bit. See if he regroups right here and attacks Yost.
Yost, the catcher for Youngstown, Ohio, has 2 men on, and he takes strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out, runner at second, runner at first. Top of the 4th inning, Moreno on the mound, Yost at the plate. The windup and the delivery, swing, foul tip into the backstop. So the count now 2-2, 86 miles an hour coming from Joseph Moreno, the left-hander, the starter for Azusa here in the top of the 4th inning. Azusa leading 1-0. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Oh, and that one's close to the ankles of Maddox Yost.
Like a chihuahua, that was a little ankle biter.
Yeah, that certainly was.
See how Moreno attacks Yost right here in the full count.
With 1 out and runners at second and first, the full count to Maddox Yost, and that's fouled into the net. The wind has died down some. I don't see the flags flapping as much as they were earlier, and the 10th certainly aren't bouncing back and forth. Maddox Yost at the plate. Joseph Moreno for Azusa, California on the mound. 2 runners on, 1 out, full count. And Moreno delivers. inside, and that's going to load the bases
for the second inning in a row
for Youngstown, Ohio. Last time they left them all stranded. And here with one out in the top of the fourth inning, number 27, Andrew Corfield, the second baseman, walks into the batter's box and awaits the pitch from Joseph Moreno.
This is a situation you don't want to see yourself in as a pitcher. Bases loaded, top of the lineup coming up.
And the delivery is a strike to Corfield. So first pitch to Corfield is a strike. Bases loaded, 0-1 the count, one out, top of the fourth inning. Better
steps off right there. Regroups.
For a second to kind of regroup there, but Joseph Moreno winds, delivers, and that's outside, almost gets away from the catcher.
At 90 miles an hour again.
Some velocity from those folks over at Azusa. That pitching has been masterful today. And that shot into short.
Wow.
For the 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. 2 outs to end the inning here for Youngstown. Azusa now coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth.
Moreno pulls the Houdini act again to finish off this inning. And we'll be back with this commercial break.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Bottom of the fourth, with Azusa leading 1-0 over Youngstown, Ohio. Two balls, no strikes to Medlos, the catcher for Azusa. Herschelroth, the pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio, delivers strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. Leadoff batter Vic Medlos here in the bottom of the fourth, and that one is shot into center field.
Good piece of hitting right there by Vic Medlos to get the single to lead it off here for his Azusa team.
Second baseman Martin Luna coming up to the plate. We'll have a runner at first. Courtesy runner for the catcher Medlos, number 10 going in, and that's Jaden Rodriguez, number 10. According to our roster, Jaden Rodriguez will be the courtesy runner for the catcher Medlos. Number 6, Martin Luna, the second baseman for Azusa, California.
Ooh, shows bunt. Back to first. Oh, gets by the first baseman. Rodriguez on his horse to second. Looks like he's going to stay there at second as he advances on the wild throw by the catcher Yost. First baseman had a little trouble there getting it out of the ground as it rolls over to the fence.
Herschelroth on the mound facing Martin Luna now with a runner at second. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And Luna shows bunt here in the bottom of the fourth. Herschelroth has pitched from start to now and delivers.
Ooh.
And that's a strike.
Gotta set your feet there. You're the guy. You're the hitter right now. When you're bunting, you want to stay planted and keep that bat right there at eye level.
All right, looks like we're going to switch helmets here real quick.
Remember, the helmet was a little loose right there. Getting a little tighter helmet. Keep it on his head a little bit better. And we'll see how this goes.
Martin Luna, the second baseman for Azusa, getting a new hat.
Good eye by Luna right there on that close pitch.
2-1 the count. Nobody out. Runner at second. Cy Herschelroth, the pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio. And the bunt nicely laid down. Safe at first.
What a run there by Luna, sliding in there to first base to get there safely.
Head first to get there safely. Third baseman a little slow coming off the bag to make the charge to the bunt down that third base line.
Bunted for a single there. You're going for a sacrifice and you got bunted yourself a hit. It's a little plus right there when you get that call bunt.
Nice camera action by the first base cameraman over there. Catch Luna going head first into that bag. And now there's a little talk here on the mound with Herschelroth. The Azusa, California team's talking to their third base coach. Coach walking off the mound here, going back to the dugout after having a quick conversation with his team. Luna heads back to first. Number 10, the courtesy runner, Jaden Rodriguez, is now at third. So with runners at the corners, nobody out, 0. Anthony Flores, the designated hitter, steps into the batter's box and takes strike one from Cy Herschelroth. Nobody out in this inning, no run scored yet, and another great bunt, and it gets by both the third baseman and the pitcher. Shortstop able to grab that, but not before Anthony Flores makes it successfully to first base and bats in the RBI. So now 2-0. Azusa, California stretches its lead with one more run. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 runners on. Number 3, James Rocha, the left fielder.
Pitcher earlier today for Azusa, yet again.
Did a fantastic job. Outstanding performance by Rocha.
Ooh, third batter in a row. They're bunting again. They already got 2 in a row for a hit.
Small ball. If they were watching the new Taipei City, Taiwan team, they did that to perfection, and now Azusa doing the same here. Well, and that one skips off the plate. Catcher keeps it in front of him. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning as I stand and take a stretch here in the fourth inning. Been a long day. We did 4 games today.
Oh.
Battled through some technical difficulties, some high heat, and then a thunderstorm that kind of blew in around us, delayed the third game. And here we are in a late start. It is 11 o'clock here in Laredo, Texas, Central Time. Folks out in California, 2 hours behind us, so that's 9 o'clock over there. Youngstown, Ohio, I believe, is in the same time zone as we are. So they're watching the game there at 11 o'clock. Rocha takes another ball. 3 balls, no strikes.
I believe he has 1 strike. He fouled one off to the backstop.
There you go. Now the folks at the official scoreboard have put that on the Jumbotron. 3 balls, 1 strike. runners at second and first. Rocha shows bunt again, and he takes strike two. So with a full count and no outs, 2 runners on, Herschelroth contemplates what he's going to throw. Rocha steps into the batter's box thinking, what can I do here to add some more runs to my team's lead? Herschelroth winds and throws.
Oh, blows it by
And
him.
blows him right by him, 82 miles an hour, but he got that past James Rocha for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So number 7, top of the order, Dougie Zuniga. And again, folks over from Azusa help us out with that one. Some of us have been calling him Dougie, some of us have been calling him Doogie, and so we want to know what is the correct pronunciation for Mr. Zuniga.
He's had a good day today at the plate too, though. Earlier today against Milwaukee, Mexico, he went 2 for 3, I believe, with 2 singles opposite field.
Absolutely, and good performance, deserves a good pronunciation of the name, so if you can help us out with that one. And that one is into right field. Right fielder gets it, and he's going to hold the runner at second. And with 2 outs, here in the bottom of the 4th, number 2, Zach Escaleta, center field, steps in. Again,
He doubled his last time up. He's been swinging a pretty hot bat for Azusa as well.
He
as
has.
most of these batters have.
Sure has. Dougie Zuniga walking in the dugout, having a good tournament so far. Cy Herschelroth on the mound delivers, and that's a grounder to short. And the throw to first is on time, and that ends the inning, but not before Azusa, California adds another run. 2-0, Azusa, California leading Youngstown, Ohio here in the bottom of the 4th. As we go to the top of the 5th, we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Still on the mound for Azusa.
He's been dealing right now today. He had 2 innings where he had to pull a Houdiniac, though. Got out of the jams.
So Moreno, able to escape a few jams earlier, here in the top of the 5th, is facing its first batter from Youngstown, Ohio.
He throws in a breaking ball.
Moreno, the left-hander, throwing a good breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out. Here, first batter for Youngstown, Ohio, takes strike 1, so 1-1 the count. In the late night game, delayed a little bit by a passing thunderstorm, as the batter takes strike 2. Here at the top of the 5th inning at Pony Palomino World Series action in Laredo, Texas.
That shot. Ooh, what a snag right there by the third baseman, number 9. Throws it on over. They're going to say he's hazed onto the base for out number 1. What a play out there by the third baseman for Azusa. Number 9, Mo Aguirre on the play to save his pitcher.
Mo Aguirre tossing it out to the first baseman, who stretched out his leg as far as it could go and still managed to keep his foot on the bag for out number 1. And now the Blues all come together.
Probably trying to see who got a good angle, if his foot stayed on the bag or not.
As the coach is challenging the call with the runner still on the bag there.
Just trying to make sure we get the calls correct here.
First baseman.
But what a play right there by Mo Aguirre, showing the athleticism. Dive over, get back up in time to make a nice strong throw.
Gabe Guerrero.
And the call is confirmed.
Call is confirmed. Gabe Guerrero had his foot glued to the bag, stapled, tied with zip ties, something or another, but he managed to keep his foot on there somehow. For out number 1, number 6, Ryan Pikatowski. Pikatowski steps into the batter's box to face the left-hander Moreno after Aracini almost got himself on the base. Thrown out after a grounder to third. Here we are at the top of the 5th inning. 1 out, nobody on. The score 2-0, Azusa, California leading Youngstown, Ohio, as the coach, the umpire, comes over and has a word for somebody.
Looks like he looked into the stands right there, but not too sure.
Pikatowski at the plate. The DH takes a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Good pitch there by Moreno. Looked like he took something off of it, the little changeup. Get Pikatowski out on his front foot lunging.
1-1 the count. Moreno, the windup, the delivery, and that one goes foul.
Pikatowski sat back on that one, but not long enough, as he's still ahead of it, pulls it foul. Put him in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 5th with Joseph Moreno. 4 1/3 innings work. Allowed no runs on 4 hits with 1 error by the defense.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. And that one is into the net. Ryan Pikatowski fouling that backwards. Joseph Moreno on the mound for 5 innings so far. Allowed 4 hits so far, but no runs. And Pikatowski pushes that one back into the net again.
Pikatowski's taking some really aggressive swings right here. Looked like he's trying to set a little statement, trying to put a ball over the fence again like he did yesterday morning.
And Moreno battling to strike him out. And Pikatowski takes ball 2. 2-2 the count, 1 out. And pitch count always important here as the tournament drags on. Some of these players have been on the mound, long innings, lots of pitches, may not be available in the later games. Pikatowski waiting for the pitch from Moreno with nobody on and 1 out. Swing and a miss, catcher drops it, and a nice gingerly easy throw to first base for out number 2.
What a pitch there by Moreno to read the hitter Pikatowski, and he buries a changeup down and gets him a chase right there for the job 3rd strike. What a masterclass performance right now out of Moreno as he continues on through this game and inning.
Jeremy Haig coming into the plate. The right fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, takes the ball from Moreno. And you're absolutely right. Moreno having a masterful performance here in this game as he winds the throw to Jeremy Haig.
Ooh, needs to finish right there on that breaking ball he has. He's staying a little bit up.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, nobody on. Moreno delivers, and that is strike 1. 2-1 the count. I think the scoreboard just put that in as a ball, but it is 2-1.
Yeah.
Jeremy Haig, the batter, Moreno, the pitcher.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good breaking ball pitch right there. He probably toned it really well with the previous fastball, the previous pitch. Moreno climbing the ladder right here, coming back. Count, I believe, is 2-2.
2-2 the count. Moreno delivers and swing and a miss, strike 3, and that retires a side. Youngstown, Ohio, unable to get runs on the board, trails Azusa, California, 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Thank you to our sponsors. We'll let you hear from them in the commercial break, and we'll be right back. Live action Pony Palomino World Series from Unitrade continues here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Cy Herschelroth remains on the mound, and at the plate, Mo Aguirre, the 3rd baseman who had a spectacular play earlier in the defensive part of the game for the Azusa player. Takes ball 2 from Herschelroth. Mo Aguirre having a good tournament. Herschelroth trying to keep more runs from getting on the board as they trail Azusa 2-0. Youngstown had a great first outing. 15 runs scored in their first outing. Here in the 5th, they don't have one to show just yet. And a chopper being picked up by the shortstop. Nice quick throw out of the glove by the shortstop, Miles Peeler, to throw out Mo Aguirre for out number 1.
Miles Peeler's also shown the athleticism today. Laid out for one, popped out of the glove, but he really showed it, and then he made a strong throw, valiant effort out there.
Number 12, Gabe Guerrero, the left-hander, facing the left-hander, takes strike 1 from Cy Herschelroth. Our sponsors, Laredo Sports Medicine, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions. And that's strike 2 from Herschelroth. Gabe Guerrero watching that one go through. 1 out, 0-2 the count. Nobody on. Bottom of the 5th inning, Azusa 2, Youngstown, Ohio 0. Herschelroth swing and a miss by Guerrero, out 3. And Guerrero, chatting up the umpire, continues to debate as he heads towards the dugout. Herschelroth has 2 outs now with nobody on, and number 5, Paxton Zubek, walks into the batter's box and takes ball 1 from Herschelroth. So far, both teams have had 4 hits, but only 2 runs for Azusa have come in, and they lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that's high for 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The batter, number 5, Paxton Zubek. The pitcher, Herschelroth.
Oh,
and that's a shot into right field and easily handled by the right fielder for out number 3. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top of the 6th inning with Youngstown, Ohio trailing Azusa, California 2-0. And we'll be right back after this brief message from our sponsors. And we're back live here at Pony Palomino World Series live action from Unitrade Stadium. In the top of the 6th inning as Youngstown, Ohio trails Azusa, California 2-0. Number 9 for Youngstown, Ohio, stepping into the batter's box with Joseph Moreno still on the mound. Swing and a miss. Miles Peeler, the batter. 2 strikes to him. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning here in Laredo, Texas. Pony Palomino World Series action. Joseph Moreno winds and throws. And that is ball 1. So 1-2 the count to number 9, Miles Peeler. The shortstop for Youngstown, Ohio. Moreno, the starter, on the mound through 6 so far here in the late night game. And that shot is right over the third baseman.
Oh, he got to the wall.
And it went all the way to the wall. The way the radio room is configured, you almost have to stick your head out the window to see what's happening down in left field. And my color commentator, Jerry Medina III, lunging towards the window, almost went out it to try to get a good peek at where that ball went, all the way to the left field wall. And so Miles Peeler gets a double with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. And the left-hander, Kyle Gilson, steps into the batter's box. Moreno, the left-hander for Azusa, squares off and low into the ground, ball one. So runner in scoring position with nobody out. Gilson, the batter, Moreno, the pitcher.
Long check right there. Gilson calls time.
2-0 here in the top of the 6th inning in the late game here in Laredo, Texas. This game running a little later than normal because we had a rainstorm come through. Outside, ball 2, nobody out, runner at second. Lightning strikes close by, and that delayed the game between Taipei and Palmview.
There's still a good amount of lightning strikes out there still, though. Probably make for some beautiful pictures of the field and the players out there.
That it would. Gilson takes ball 3 from Moreno. First baseman walking over to give a little word of encouragement to his pitcher, Moreno.
Last time we saw him do this, he ended up climbing the ladder, punching out the hitter. See if Moreno can redo that luck again.
He's had a masterful performance so far.
Oh.
Now the umpire is pointing at Moreno, and there is a conversation about to take place with the coach. Not sure what that's all about. The first baseman, Gabe Guerrero, went over there to give some encouragement to his pitcher.
Looks like he might be telling him something. Maybe they think it's a stalling tactic whenever Guerrero's just trying to go out there and just encourage his pitcher, Moreno.
Not sure what's going on, but umpire not happy with what's happening here.
Oh. Did they just eject Moreno?
And is that an ejection? That's the question. We're going to find out in just a second what just went on here at the pitcher's mound with the umpire walking over and asking Moreno to give up the baseball and head towards the dugout. And now the coach for Youngstown goes over to talk to his player while the Azusa team gathers itself here in the middle of the field. Umpires still talking to each other. Coaches not sure what happened here. And so while we find out what exactly happened, we'll continue to prep ourselves here for the next batter. And I can see the Pony officials coming down from the blue tents to talk to the home plate umpire as we find out what went on here. Our production office next door.
I think I might be getting word here that he might have been ejected for talking still.
Looked like something was said that angered the umpire from second base and walked over, had a word with the pitcher first, pointed, called the coach out, and all of a sudden the ball was handed over and Moreno headed towards the dugout.
Yeah, I don't think the umpires would have done nothing. I don't think the coaches for Azusa would have taken out their pitcher after he was doing a masterful job throwing out here tonight, going 5 innings of scoreless baseball. No runs, 5 hits.
Moreno having a stellar game. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, looks like he has been ejected from the game. Again, we'll get official word from the Pony officials. We got some feedback coming to us from the production room next door, but we have not heard from the official staff as to what's happened. But I do see the Pony officials down at the backstop there by home plate had a conversation with the umpire for just a moment. The coach and the umpire now talking as number 2, Zach Escalera, steps onto the mound in relief of Moreno, who appears to have been ejected from the game. And as we get that information, we'll pass it on to you. So we're taking a little break in the action, but we'll stay here live with you as we try to sort out the non-baseball action that led to the ejection of number 22, Joseph Moreno, who was pitching a stellar game. although he allowed 5 hits, he had not allowed a run to score yet. Azusa still leads 2-0 here in the top of the 6th inning, and we are trying to gather the information necessary to pass it on to our viewers as we find out what was going on. And so a little movement in personnel with Zach Escalera, the center fielder, coming in to pitch for Azusa. And it looks like the umpires have said all they need to say and have now asked the players to get to their positions as we resume action here. But somewhere between now and the end of this inning, we will tell you what exactly happened once we hear from the folks over at pony.org. The officials from the blue tents that are here to our right and in the concourse area sent the representative down to talk to the umpire, and then we should get word shortly from that conversation. Zach Escalera, number 2, steps in onto the mound for Azusa with a runner at second, nobody out, 3 balls to the batter, the left-hander.
Oh,
and that's a strike.
88 miles an hour by Escalera. Looked like he didn't show his best pitches out there in warm-up, but comes in here with the 88 mile an hour fastball. And I just got word on what just happened down there with Moreno.
All right, we'll get that in just a second. We want to make sure we get official word. We don't want to put out anything that we don't know has been confirmed by Pony officials, as we do get information coming back from our camera crews and some other folks who are hearing some of the discussions. But we want to make sure we're accurate with what we say so that we don't disparage anyone or give out false information. So number 7, the batter for Youngstown, Ohio, Thomas Kapowski, at the plate, 2 runners on, nobody out. Cal Gilson at first, Miles Peeler at second, and the batter, number 7, Thomas Kapowski, facing the right-hander Zach Escalera here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. 1-1 the pitch count.
Azusa coming in with some flamethrowers. Moreno first touching 90, and right here Escalera throwing 89 miles an hour. As we saw earlier today, Escalera had a cannon of an arm throwing out the tagging runner for Meoki, Mexico.
That's correct. He did have that one game where he threw that one from center field on a rope, accurate as well. And so now the bunt is shown, and that goes into the net.
Ooh, dropped his barrel there a bit. Fouls it straight back. Now he got 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 runners on. As number 7, Thomas Krapowski, tries to bunt it to advance the runners. Fouled it back into the net. So with 2 strikes, 1 ball, no outs, 2 runners on, Krapowski takes ball 2.
Ooh, close pitch right there.
Close pitch. Escalera wanted that one, so did the catcher, but Blue not giving in. 2-2 the count, nobody out, 2 runners on. Krapowski at the plate, Escalera on the mound. The windup, the delivery, and that's fouled into the parking lot. Opportunity for a windshield. We don't have a insurance sponsor, but if we did, we would be telling them, hope you have blank insurance company to protect your vehicle. Escalera looks at the runner, turns and fires, and another foul ball in the same area. Thomas Krapowski battling with 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 runners on. Here in the top of the 6th as they trail 2-0. Azusa in the lead after a bizarre incident earlier in the inning. And again, we want to confirm what happened. And that ball gets past the catcher. And the runners advance into scoring positions on that errant pitch. Full count to Thomas Krapowski. Karpowski having a good tournament as well. The speedy Thomas Karpowski. Left fielder for Youngstown, Ohio. Trying to add a run here, break the ice. They're scoreless at the moment. And he walks. Top of the 6th inning. Escalera on the mound in relief of a player, Joseph Moreno, who appeared to have been ejected, but we just don't know why he was asked to leave the mound. Number 4, Noah Troggio. If we got it right this time, give us a shout out. That's ball 1 to Troggio. Troggio facing Escalera with a bases loaded, no out opportunity to drive runs in. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And a grounder, the second. There's going to be a play at first only. That's it.
Oh, no snap throw there.
And so the grounder drives in a run for Youngstown, Ohio, as they break into the scoring. 1-2. They trail Azusa with 1 out. Runners in scoring position. And number 3, Maddox Yost, the catcher, steps up to try to add to the runs in this inning. And he takes a high one, ball 1. Escalera on the mound. Pitching change here in the top of the 6th. Unwanted. Looked like somehow or another something happened to have Joseph Moreno ejected from the game. And that's a strike. 1-1 the count. With runners on scoring, in scoring position, runners on second and third, Maddox Yost prepares to take the pitch from Zach Escalera, who was in center field but is now pitching, and he delivers strike 2 to Maddox Yost. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Youngstown has scored a run to close within 1 of Azusa. In the late game here at Palomino World Series Unitrade Stadium. And that one gets past the catcher.
That might tie the game.
And that does tie the game. Youngstown, Ohio, number 24, Kyle Gilson, scoots in to tie the score on an errant pitch from Escalera. They got past the catcher, Vic Merlos. And with a 2-2 count, 1 out and a runner at third, Maddox Yost settles back into the batter's box and prepares for the delivery from Escalera. And that is strike 3. Escalera gets him with an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Inside tight. Strike 3. So 2 outs. Runner at third. Number 27, the top of the order, Andrew Corfield, looks to add to the 2 runs that have already been scored here with a runner at third, and that's a little blooper into foul territory. 0-1 the count. Runner at third, 2 outs, 2 runs have been scored. Azusa losing its pitcher to an ejection now has Zach Escalera, the center fielder, on the mound, trying to close the lid on this and not let any other runs score, not let anything else happen. Score 2-2. Azusa, Youngstown, Ohio, tied here in the top of the 6th inning. Escalera facing number 27, top of the order, Andrew Corfield. Oh, and Corfield gets hit in the back.
Where's the slider?
Square right between the numbers. Luckily, Corfield kind of leaned down a bit enough where it just kind of
grazes his back a bit.
Grazes his back. It wasn't a direct shot. And Corfield now at first. with number 7, Thomas Krapowski at third, and number 2, Anthony Aracini, the third baseman, in the batter's box. The left-hander facing the right-handed Escalera takes ball 1 from Escalera. This game has run late into the evening due to a cessation of play with lightning strikes earlier. Escalera delivers, and that's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Here in the top of the 6th, 2 runs have been scored. The game is tied. And Zach Escalera tries to get...
Oh, almost a little bit of miscommunication right there between the Escalera and his first baseman. Looks to be number 0. Anthony Flores, a DH, as he came in to play first base.
And Flores not expecting that, just happened to have the glove in the right spot.
Sure enough, that could have ended a lot badly. Someone gets hit, or that ball's rolling out there for a little while out there in the outfield.
That's right. Now with the go-ahead run at third, that would have been a dangerous incident there if that had gotten past Flores. Escalera, quick word with the catcher and his infield. Settles in. Vic Merlos having a good game for the most part. And now Escalera has walked the bases loaded with 2 outs. And Ryan Pekatowski, the DH, the designated hitter, coming over to third base to talk to his coach before he steps into the batter's box. Coach for Azusa, California, steps onto the mound to have a quick conversation with his team. Zach Escalera had come in relief of Joseph Moreno, who was having a phenomenal game, and out of nowhere was asked to surrender the ball and head to the dugout. And again, we will get to those official reports as to what happened here shortly, and we'll hope to report back to you what exactly happened and be objective with the information that's given to us. We hear a lot coming from all sorts of channels, but we want to make sure that we're accurate with what we give you. So we're going to go to the blue tents and those folks who tell us officially what has gone on and why Moreno was asked to surrender the baseball and head to the dugout. So number 6, Ryan Pekatowski asked the ump, give me a second here, I want to rethink what I'm doing. Escalera, looking in intently, getting his signs from his catcher. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6th, and Pekatowski takes strike 1. 1-1 the count here. And so we're hearing what went on, but we want to make sure that we get that to you here in the break once we've had an opportunity to have a conversation with someone. Third base, force out, and that ends the inning with bases loaded. 3 runners get stranded, but Youngstown, Ohio manages to claw back and tie the game here in a bizarre top of the 6th inning. 2-2 the score, and we'll take a quick commercial break. I'm going to walk over to the blue tents and talk to our folks to make sure we're able to report back what exactly happened and why a player was asked to head to the dugouts and was ejected here at the Pony Palomino World Series when he was having a masterful game. Joseph Moreno playing phenomenal baseball. So we'll be right back. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
And we're back live here in the bottom of the 6th inning with Herschelroth still on the mound, striking out the first batter. We apologize for the long delay. We wanted to make sure that we were able to get the information to you all. Number 5, Paxton Zubek. Number 6, Martin Luna, the second baseman, stepping into the batter's box to face Herschelroth, Cy Herschelroth, the starter who's gone through 6 innings so far. And so the official word on why Joseph Moreno was ejected, high fastball, 2 balls. The official word was unsportsmanlike conduct. Having been warned prior for unsportsmanlike conduct, he proceeded to get ejected on the second time the official had to warn him about unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's what sent him into the dugout. So that's the official word. And number 6, Martin Luna heads on to first base on a walk with 1 out. Anthony Flores, the DH, walks towards the plate, but now coming back as it looks like the coach is coming in to have a conversation with Herschelroth. Herschelroth, the starter, has gone 6 innings so far. Not 6 complete, but we're getting close here.
Officially 5 1/3.
Officially 5 1/3. I stand corrected. Okay, Martin Luna racing back to first base. Discussion complete. 0, Anthony Flores, the DH, steps into the batter's box to face Cy Herschelroth, the starter for Youngstown. And that's a foul tip. And so confirming the ejection was done for unsportsmanlike conduct. And we're going to leave it at that. We're going to walk away from that and continue with the live action here at Pony Palomino World Series. Swing foul tip. 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Anthony Flores doing his fair level best to get something going here with a runner on in the bottom of the 6th inning as the game is tied 2-2. Youngstown, Ohio, Azusa, California in the late game. And so that's ball 1 to Anthony Flores. Winds have died down. Weather has cooled a bit with the rain all around us, but not on us.
Oh,
and that's popped up into foul territory.
Oh, lost it a bit up there in the sky. Probably lost it in the lights out here at the high. Lights are not high for a stadium of this magnitude. Can really mess with your vision a bit on those pop flies. Probably the wind also playing a little bit of a factor as we saw earlier today.
And also a little communication between the second baseman and the first baseman, as it looked like somebody said, "I got it," and the other one said, "I've got it," and it dropped between the two of them.
A little bit of a break right there for Flores. See if he can capitalize on it.
And that's going into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-2 tie here at Unitrade Stadium, home of the Tecolotes of los Dos Laredos of the Mexican League. Pony Palomino World Series Action 2025 coming to you live, brought to you by Southern Sanitation, Southern American Live Doppler Radar, and Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic. Another foul ball into Souvenir Land. That one looks like it's going to find its way into the hands of a happy fan. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Thank you to Ringo's Barbecue, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, City of Laredo, County of Webb, UISD and LISD school districts.
Oh, good pitch right there by Cy
Hershelroth.
Sorry about that.
No worries. 2-2, 1 out. Good pitch, though.
It was a good pitch. Close, 50-50s.
Anthony Flores. And the runner goes.
Hit and run.
Nice hit and run.
Peeler with the throw to first. 6-3 on the putout.
The big man, Anthony Flores, trying to leg that out, trying to get there. Successful in advancing his teammate to second base on that hit and run. And now number 3 walks towards the batter's box, James Rocha. And Rocha having himself a tournament to remember.
Especially from the pitching side from this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is only reminded because that pitching performance was a masterclass, just like the way Moreno was before. Sadly, he was ejected.
Yep, number 3 here, James Rocha, has 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, and that's a foul.
Good swing right there by Rocha.
Our sponsors, UISD, the school district, their bus drivers are doing a phenomenal job carting our kids safely to and from hotels and restaurants to the baseball fields. Thank you to Danny Trevino and his great staff over at United ISD. Superintendent Dr. Cruz, Bobby Cruz, the athletic director, and a shout out to the LISD, Luis Escamilla, the athletic director for Laredo Independent School District, for their assistance and their facilities and their support of youth here in Laredo. The County of Webb, Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runner at second. The batter, James Rocha, takes ball 2. Here in the bottom of the 6th in a tie game. Hotly contested, 2 very strong teams, both of them with a lot of pride, a lot of emotion. Great competitors on the field here. And the pitch,
drills him.
Rocha takes one in the back and will walk to first with 2 outs, 2 on, number 7. Top of the order, Dougie Zuniga.
Ooh, coach for Youngstown's coming out here for a second mound visit. Looks like he's going to head out to the bullpen. What a night, though, for Cy Hershelroth, as he went 5 2/3, 2 earned runs, 5 hits. What an amazing night for that young kid out there.
Great play by Cy Hershelroth. Well-deserved applause as he exits the game. And they bring in what I think is going to be a left-hander for Youngstown, Ohio. Let's see who that is going to come to the mound. Yep, they're bringing in a right-hander for it, looks like. Let's see.
Yes.
I didn't see what the coach called for, but we'll find out in just a second. Hershelroth walking into the dugout, getting a good cheer from his contingent from Youngstown, Ohio, who are here to cheer on their team. Always have good crowd coming in from Youngstown. Got a cousin that lives out in Youngstown, Ohio. His now living a little bit further away, not no longer in Youngstown.
Ooh, number 25 is the one who came into relief for Youngstown.
Number 25 is Cam Huff.
Cam Huff.
Cam Huff, the reliever for Youngstown, Ohio, warms up on the mound. Azusa, California, tied here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs.
The goal for Azusa right now is just to put up a run, and hopefully, if Escalera stays in this game, go in there and shut down the door. Like that, you avoid going down to the bottom of the 7th. Finish this game out, as it's already been a long night as it is.
It has been a long night. Fortunately for Youngstown, because of the bye, this is only their 2nd game.
Yes, that is true.
Azusa did play one earlier today. Hot weather, extremely hot weather. And we apologize again, and we'll continue until we finish this game, because we want to make sure that we give Azusa, California a good live stream. And unfortunately, the earlier show today had all sorts of technical glitches with the internet, which is a wonderful thing and a terrible thing all in one clip. We were able to get the modems reset, routers rebooted, and had 2 very successful games. And then we started out with a little bit of glitchiness here this evening in this last game, but have come back strong. And right now the live stream looking relatively good. A little bit of a lag, not too much, a little bit of a lag. And we've been communicating with the IT staff here at Unitrade Stadium, and they're going to come back in the morning and make some adjustments to get us all the bandwidth we need to provide you successful live streams here until the championship game. And right now, as we know, the championship games will be held here as well on Monday. We'll confirm that shortly. So 2 balls to the pitcher, to the batter, from the pitcher, Cam Huff, with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Number 7, Dougie Zuniga.
Oh, chops went down to 3rd. What a play right there. Oh, umpire's going to call it foul, though. What a valiant effort right there by number 2 for Youngstown's 3rd baseman.
That one going right on the baseline. The 3rd baseman making a heck of a grab. Thought he had a force out there at 3rd, but instead, the umpire calls it foul. And as we watch the time delay on YouTube here, we can see the grab. So to us, it looks like an instant replay here, and we're able to see it. But yep, that was foul, and the right call was made. So 2 runners on, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Oh, out to the left center gap. Left fielder giving chase.
Oh!
Gets past his glove, misses it, rolls all the way to the wall. Zuniga rounding 2nd, halting. 2 runs scoring right there on an error by the left fielder. Goes in and out of the glove and rolls to the wall. Azusa takes the lead here, 4-2.
Azusa, California, cheering loudly as 2 runs score, and they take a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning on what can only be described as an error by the left fielder, who looked like he had an easy out to end the inning, and instead lets the ball slip right past him, winds up rolling to the outfield, to the warning track. Center fielder throwing that in, but not after 2 runs had already scored. So number 2, Zach Escalera, pops one straight up into the backstop here, into foul territory. What an unfortunate event for the left fielder, Thomas Karpowski, who's had a good game up until that moment. And Zach Escalera settles in at the plate. Cam Huff thought he had the inning done, and that ball just gets away from the left fielder. 4-2, bottom of the 6th. Escalera at the plate, stepping out for second. Cam Huff in relief, number 25 for Youngstown, Ohio. And 1-1 the count, 2 outs in what should have been the end of an inning continues. Number 7, Doug Zuniga, putting that out over to left field. Cam Huff on the mound, Escalera at the plate, the delivery foul ball. 2-2 the count.
Twos all around.
With a runner at second, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Azusa, having scored 2 runs, lead Youngstown, Ohio 4-2. And that one is popped up, but that one's going to come into the stands.
Escalera battling right here. He's trying to stay alive.
Cam Huff brought in to relieve Cy Herschelroth, who'd had an exceptional game, but now Youngstown trails 4-2. Escalera
rolls one over to the third baseman. Erencini on the throw. Nice strong throw.
And that ends the inning, but not before Azusa puts in 2 runs. And they lead here in the top of the 7th, the last frame, 4-2. And we'll be right back after this commercial break for the final frame of the night. Palomino Live, World Series action coming to you in the top of the 7th inning, the last frame of the night. High fastball from Escalera to the pitcher, the batter, the left-handed batter for Youngstown, Ohio.
Escalera looking here to close it out for his team.
If he can, they lead 4-2 here, so all they need to do is keep the score the same, and that would do it. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed Escalera in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss by number 5, Jeremy Haig. The right fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, trying to get those 2 runs that are missing to tie the score. And that one goes out into center field.
That's a deep shot out there to left field, giving the left fielder a chase. Trotting backwards, makes the catch. Can of corn out there for the left fielder. Azusa 2 outs away from closing this one out.
And stepping into the batter's box, number 9, Miles Peeler, trying to get something started here in the top of the 7th inning as they trail 4-2. Game was tied 2-2 in the last frame, and an error by the left fielder allowed 2 runs to score, and now Azusa leads here. Ball 1 to Peeler.
Peter looking to replicate what he did last at bat with this double down the line. That started the little rally that Youngstown had.
Youngstown, 5 hits in this game so far. They've got good bats. They clobbered their first team, and then they rested until this point here. Azusa playing a tough game earlier in the day. Tough all the way around, including for the live stream broadcast. Good game by Azusa. Swing and a miss, strike 2 here in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out. Azusa leading 4-2. Youngstown trying to hang on to stay in the winner's bracket. Struggling to do so with 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter Miles Peeler. And Peeler has that one bounce in front of him for a 2-2 count. Escalera coming in relief of Joseph Moreno, who had a fantastic game to the point when he was relieved. That one's a little high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Peeler trying to get something started to keep the dream alive of a winner's bracket run. This is a double elimination, so if they were to lose, they'd still have a shot at the title. And that's all you want. Just get me to the show, and I'll do the rest. Number 9, Miles Peeler, the shortstop for Youngstown, Ohio. Escalera, the pitcher. Top of the 7th inning, trailing 4-2. And that's a foul ball.
Battling right here is Peeler.
But you look at that. Coach scooped that up, threw it on the run back to his pitcher, Zach Escalera. Put him in. Let's get him in. Get him a contract. Let's put him in. Miles Peeler trying to get something started here.
Oh.
And he does. That's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. And Miles Peeler gets on base. 1 out. Top of the 7th, trailing 4-2. Miles Peeler bloops one into shallow center field.
For his second hit of the night.
For his second hit of the night. And now coming to the plate, number 24, Kyle Gilson. Gilson, the first baseman for Youngstown, Ohio, facing the right-hander Escalera, the reliever. And he delivers strike 1 to Gilson. Good games played by both. 6 hits so far by Youngstown, but 2 errors.
Ooh, snap throw right there by Escalera to his first baseman, Flores. Doesn't seem to get him, though. Just trying to keep him honest over there at first base. That's all you can do.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Now those 2 errors have been costly here for Azusa. Escalera delivers, and that's a foul ball. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, no, if you're Azusa right now, that runner on base doesn't really mean much. The person you got to go for right here is the hitter. You get that hitter out, then you go, you have 2 outs.
And so the gentleman over next door to Hector from Game Changer, rattling a marble, the only marble he's got left upstairs.
Oh,
and that
rolls
one
it over.
Rolls it and it
Gets through. Oh, stumble over there by Peeler at second. Looks like he kind of almost face planted into the base right there. But he gets up, looks okay.
Jerry, looks like there's a divot out there. He hit that dark spot there.
Yes.
And took that tumble face first into second base. I wonder if that is an issue. The umpire just took a quick peek at it.
Yeah, as experience I can tell you, sometimes this dirt can get softened up on you, especially with that rain. Leaves a little bit slippery. Sometimes it makes a hole out there.
Looks like that's exactly what happened. Number 7, Thomas Krapowski, trying to drive in the runs. He's got the tying run at first. Runners at second and first. 1 out. 0-1 the count to Krapowski.
Oh, they're taking off. Double steal. Oh, throws the ball over the third baseman. As Peeler's going to come in to score. Wow. This game is not over yet, folks.
The excitement of championship baseball, World Series, Pony Palomino here at Unitrade Stadium as the action heats up in the late night game here, game number 4 today, between Youngstown, Ohio and Azusa, California. With that run, Youngstown is within 1 of tying the game here in the top of the 7th inning, trailing 3-4. 1 out.
Oh, into the second baseman. The stumble gets it on over to first for the 4-3 put out. You got 2 outs, but with the runner on third. It can't get more dramatic than that.
And here comes the batter that could potentially tie the game. Number 4, Noah Troggio. Troggio, the center fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, has a chance to tie the game with a runner at third.
All you
and
gotta
it takes strike 1.
One thing you want to do here as a hitter is try to make sure you stay composed and just get bat to ball. Get a little base hit right here. You don't need to do anything too spectacular. You're still the away team. The home team's going to come back and hit if you tie this game up.
And that's low. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Runner at third. In an exciting game here in the top of the 7th. Youngstown trailing by 1, but with the tying run at third. Troggio at the plate. And Escalera delivers 1 low. That's 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third, the tying run at third. Can Troggio tie this score up here?
One thing you want to be careful of is Escalera last inning also had 2 pass balls too that scored in the tying run.
That's true. So Escalera delivers.
Oh,
and that
out
one,
to right field. Right fielder drifts back. Can of corn. Azusa stays alive here in this game. Late night, hitting 12-12 next day.
That's right, 12-12. Sunday morning, Azusa closes out Youngstown here and pushes them into the loser's bracket. Azusa stays alive in the winner's bracket. And so we'll see them again tomorrow. We'll see both these teams again tomorrow. Good sportsmanship here on the way out. Great game by both teams. And that will do it for the night for us. Azusa 4, Youngstown 3. Pony Palomino World Series action. And as we close out, you'll see our sponsors. You'll see their commercial. If you're in town, head to Ringo's Barbecue, legendary barbecue. Use code PONY, Pony10, for a 10% discount on your order. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us tonight, Azusa. We hope we gave you a good live stream this last game here. Hope we made up for the last one. So thank you. Come back and join us. We'll see you tomorrow. Jerry, thank you for your color commentary.
Thank you for having me, Gene.
My pleasure, and we'll continue on. Let's roll out with our sponsors, and we will see you tomorrow.